father. Nonsense. I go buy myself because of Biki. Make you go and cry there. I don't care. Pascal, I tell you, if you don't come for this DNA, now this boy I go frustrate. When I don't see him, I go stress this Biki. Even if you want pie, make it pie. And this
I saw that video yesterday and sincerely it broke my heart. I can't even explain the sadness and anger I feel for this situation, for that little boy. I made a video concerning this lady months ago, and it came with a lot of backlash and all, but I'm going to speak to it about it again, and I would address certain issues. Number one, I think the Kenyan government needs to look into this lady and needs to do the needful. If they need to take away that child from that unhealthy environment, then that's exactly what they have to do, because no child in this world was asked to be here. We sat down, laid down, made decisions that now produce a child, and now these are the consequences of that action. When you unplan situations, especially when it comes to do with a child, how can you say that as a mother? How can you say you don't care if the child gets unalived? How can you use those terms? This is a child, an innocent child that has nothing to do with anything. The only thing that child needs is his mother's love, his parents' love. And unfortunately, you're in a situation where it's just you as a primary caregiver, but you still owe that child life. And I use this opportunity to remind women again. Having a child is the biggest, most difficult sacrifice you ever have to make. It takes a village to raise a child. If you're not mentally, financially, physically ready to educate a child and nurture a child, let that child be wherever he is in heaven. When the right time comes, when you're stable enough, you can come back and try to raise a child. Now, I always say, even if you're married, as a woman, it is your duty to make sure you're financially stable enough to bring a child into this world, because life is so unpredictable. You could be with a very successful person married, and then tomorrow life happens. They could get into an accident. They can get into a life situation where it's now you and that child. And if you're not prepared to raise that child, there is always going to be an issue. And for young girls, look into before you date someone, before you become intimate with someone, look into their backgrounds. I know it has become a habit where women chase successful people just so they can create some kind of stability for themselves. I'm not judging you for that. Do whatever floats your boat. But you see, the second you decide to bring a child into the world and you expect that, because they are taking care of me now, they will take care of the child. It doesn't always work in your favor. There's one thing a man says, I'm going to take care of you, I'm going to spoil you. And there's another thing, bringing a full human being into this world. A lot of people are not willing to take over that responsibility. You have to protect yourself at all times. This story is so painful, because now there's a child in a mix. This lady has other children and she's not screaming on the internet on them. The only reason she's insisting on this man coming to claim the child or to do the DNA is because he is successful. Let's be clear about that. I know a lot of people would not agree, but it is the truth. And I will repeat again. If I am claiming that I have never met an individual, I will not entertain the idea of DNA. If I claim that I have never met a person, I would not give the public the satisfaction of a DNA, because doing a DNA is saying, I even know her. So you understand where this whole narrative is coming from. If he has claimed that he's sticking on that ground that this is not, I don't know who that woman is, he's not even saying that's not my kid, he's just saying I don't know who she is, then he will never do the DNA test. But if for some reason you know this woman and you know that kid could be yours, please save that kid from this. Please help. You're in a financial position where you can help. That's if you know you have been involved with this woman. Help that child. Children are such blessings to the world, and just the government needs to look. Oh, the government needs to look into this story, because that child could become someone tomorrow, but he needs love. The children in this age group are so, they suck up a lot of energy. You don't want to build trauma for this child in the long run. If there's any possibility at all, you don't have to put it on the internet. You don't have to come and prove anything to anyone. But if there's the slightest chance this child is yours, please just save that boy. No mother should ever put their frustration on their child, because those children were not asked to be here. So please, this is a sensitive situation. God, please. That woman needs to be arrested. I'm sorry. Nobody that's it. Anyway, please be guided. Young women, please choose wisely when you're choosing. Someone that entertains you because they like your presence today does not mean they're gonna want a baby. It doesn't mean they want kids. So please be very careful what you do and what you pick for your life. I'm begging you. A lot of people feel like, oh, it's not going to happen to me, it will not be my portion, but it ends up being your portion. If you cannot afford the child, don't make the child. Take your time to get to know a man before you get intimate, because apart from, oh, you're receiving money, there are so many other bad, negative things that could come with being intimate with the wrong person. You have to protect yourselves. I want each and every one of us to be able to grow healthy and get to a point where we can see the blessings of God on us. But when we keep putting our legs in things that are not of us, the results are very bad in the end. Please be guided, guys. I love you guys.